Now, as I position the finger joints, I want to make sure that I'm positioning those joints in the proper place. Even though we're working on an animation proxy model, it's important to get those joints where they are in real life. So notice that on your own hand, the webbing of the finger is not in the same location as your joints. Your joints don't sit right up on the actual fold of the finger. They set back just a little bit. So on the finger joints, make sure that you are locating those where they actually fold. And the end effector, that's that nub on the very end. You can pull that right off the end of the finger, since we do not use that as a joint for rotating during your animation. So we're going to make sure that these are center of mass of each finger, just as we discussed for the rest of the body, making sure that those are remaining straight as much as possible. I think I'm going to go ahead and rotate this one slightly so that it comes right off the end of the finger there. Let's see. I'm crawling up and down the finger with my arrow keys on my keyboard. It just makes it a little bit faster to actually position those. Rotate. And then your thumb is a different animal. The thumb joint I tend to place fairly high. Again, look at your reference on your hand and discover where those joints actually fold. All right. Once you've got them in the proper location in one view, again, make sure that you are following up with another view. That's the pinky finger. You can see that one rides fairly low. And if you're new at Maya, navigation is simply tapping on the space bar as I hover over different orthographic view. Tapping, hover, tap, so I can enlarge that. Tap, space bar, hover over, tap, space bar, and aligning with that finger. Got the correct one there. All right, you think you've got them correct? Make sure that you are checking them in your perspective view. Alright, now back to the front view. I'm going to go ahead and position my leg, again working on the right hand side, rotating that parent joint, leaving the knee straight, come all the way down to the ankle, making sure that that is center of mass for the ankle there. And now I'm going to go ahead and check the alignment for this knee. As I recall, we need to come back a little bit for this model. Center of mass for the hip is correct. The knee joint is fine. I'm going to come back and make sure that the ankle is positioned. And I'm going to bring the ball of the foot up and out slightly. Tap, tap, the space bar to get to the front view. Now I've positioned my pelvis, my spine. I've checked the center of mass for my arm. I've got my joints for my fingers in place. I have my leg coming straight down, center of mass. I've checked my foot. My feet are straight, and I worked on one side of my model, so I need to make sure now that I'm going to rotate, or excuse me, mirror over the positions into the negative space on my character. Now I have, if you in the process of working lose your tab over here for your character tools, you can also locate that up here and grab that. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my mirroring tools, I'm in skeleton tab. My mirroring icon is right here below my big blue icon here. I've got my entire skeleton selected from my root node out, and now I'm going to go ahead and click on that mirroring icon, and you'll notice that now it's very obvious in the hand that my skeleton is now mirrored and looks the same on the other side of the model. And I'm ready to go on and apply my control rig. At this point I'm going to stop and start a new tutorial for applying the control rig.